This is your October 2013 forecast for the month of October. My name is Audrey Allison, and I will be giving your horoscope predictions and taroscope predictions for the month. I'm very excited to be doing this. This is my first batch of horoscopes ever, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to jump right in. I want to keep these short and sweet. We are starting the month off on October 4th with a new moon in Libra, 11 degrees Libra. And for you, this is in your 9th house, Aquarius, of faraway places, distant lands, faraway travel, religion, philosophy. I really think that you have other locations on the brain in this month. You could be absolutely planning and plotting where your next adventure and travel is going to be. The sun in October is going into Scorpio on the 22nd through November 23rd. This activates your 10th house of career generally for the month, or at least halfway through this month. So you've got career on the brain too. Now, having the 10th house activated in the new moon with the 9th house, you could actually be considering taking your job somewhere else to do what you do in another area. You could actually be asked to do so. But I want to get into the Mercury retrograde later, so let's just hold off on making those decisions this month. Don't be too rash about it. On October 7th, Venus goes into Sagittarius in your 11th house. So what this means for you, Aquarians, is that 11th house is the house of groups, friendships, activities, social activities, organizations. Venus is the planet of love and softens the energies around her. So you'll find that you're more loving in social situations or around groups of people, and normally it could be the other way around. You could have really appreciated your quiet downtime, but effective October 7th, you're going to really like the warm fuzzy feeling that you're getting around social or group organizations or situations with people, and your friendships will be highlighted. So that's very positive for you, Aquarians. On October 15th, Mars goes into Virgo. Virgo is your 8th house, of sex and possessions, and let's see what this means. Mars stimulating that sector. Mars will be there. Mars transits every 60 days. So he's there in that house until December 7th. So you will be very energetic in that house of sex. So kudos to you. You could have a lot more energy. You could also be quick to anger in that area and very aggressive. So look out for that. That's the negative tones of Mars. But the positive tones is that he will give you more energy than you could even imagine. Could also give you determination and allow you to initiate the 8th house, the sex or possessions of your life. And if you needed to do so, that's a positive thing. On October 18th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse, and that's 25 degrees Aries in your 3rd house of communications. Now, lunar eclipses bring change, and this means that you could be changing how you are communicating to other people, to that 11th house, to that 8th house of sex. Full moon highlighting this area, eclipsing also, will definitely change up how you're expressing yourself, your mental thoughts, your intellect. The 3rd house is ruled by Gemini, also a fellow air sign with you, Aquarius, and you guys are both very mentally active. So you could find that this being 25 degrees Aries, your heated words, that's interesting. how you're expressing yourself either in an angry way or in a temperamental way could be adjusted through this eclipse. Perhaps you have had a harsh tongue. You'll find that you need to tame it or tone it down. Or if you've been too soft spoken, you'll find that you're getting the determination and the edge to say what it is that you really feel and what you really mean, maybe even in an aggressive way. Doesn't always have to be negative, though, because some things need to be said in a tone where people take it seriously. And Mars is a very direct influence, so people will not be taking you lightheartedly throughout that phase. And for the full moon as well. Now, October 21st, Mercury goes retrograde, 18 degrees Scorpio, and that's in your 10th house of career, and this is through November 11th. So this means that you need to revise, rethink, review what's going on in that career. The sun is activating that career house for you. I really feel that you will want to make changes in that area. Not just the daily grind work or daily routines, but the big destiny picture, the big career, your goals, your dream come true type of career mentality. I think that you're going to find in this retrograde that that's where you're thinking that you want to make adjustments or have some change come into that career sector for you, Aquarians. And you've got some time because Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year for 3 weeks at a time, and it slows down in the sky, so it appears like it's going backwards around the sun. It slows down for us to make these adjustments because when Mercury goes direct again, it's one of the quickest planets. It transits every 28 days. It's very quick. Could even be 21 days if it wants to be. You will see things go into motion in your career very quickly once you are done revising and reviewing what it is that you want to do. We also have on October 28th, Pluto, which is in Capricorn right now and has been there for quite a while and will remain for at least a total of 2.5 years. It's finally direct in Capricorn, and that is in your 12th house. But Pluto is sextiling Chiron. Chiron is an asteroid. It's the wounded healer. It really wants us to heal the areas that it touches or that it highlights. And this sector is your 12th house, and that is secrets, spirituality, intimacies, deep secrets, the quiet inner thoughts that you have. I feel like you're going to be doing some inner healing. You'll be doing the social activity thing, but I don't know if you're necessarily expressing everything that you need to, especially with this retrograde. You're going to be rethinking things that you may have wished that you said or wanted to say. That 12th house healing there, you might even incorporate a spiritual practice or mentality about how you're approaching these thoughts in terms of healing. And that's a beautiful thing. I want to pull some cards for you because I'm getting some energy about this, Aquarius. So let's see what's in store here. Wow. Okay, so the Tower. This is a major arcana card, and it's a very powerful card, and it's due to its definition. And this, to me, is absolutely in regards to that full moon lunar eclipse because the Tower dismantles things. It breaks things apart. It splits them up, which is what the eclipses tend to do. And the eclipse falling in your 3rd house, I feel like you could end communications with someone just like that. I feel like you might make a decision to stop speaking to someone. The Tower will split people up. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be loving romantic relationships. It could be people in that 11th house of just friendships, groups, activities. I'm not getting a strong love vibe, but it's a vast scope, and there are millions of you. So we'll see where it lands. It's very different for each person. And also, I'd just like to say that these are solar scopes. This is according to your sun sign, being an Aquarius as your sun sign. However, your rising signs, your ascendant signs, are actually more accurate when it comes to transits because your rising sign designates where your actual first house is. These are very accurate, but it's always good to read both your sun sign horoscope or videoscope and also your ascendant is important as well. You could go as far as to read your moon too, and if you don't know what that is, you can contact me and we can handle it. But going back to what I was saying, the Tower card will bring a dismantling of sorts. So you want to either stop communicating or watch how you're communicating unless you don't want things to go south or dismantle in that kind of way. I want to pull another card for you. Oh, I think I pulled this another reading ago, but the King of Swords is very Aquarian because it's an air sign male, and it's governs communications and confidence and authority. And during the retrograde, this might be lacking in that third house for you, this third house of communications, just because it slowed down some, so you want to watch how you're communicating with other people. Make sure you can be as clear as possible because you have a tendency to be misunderstood in a retrograde more so than other signs that aren't air signs. Unfortunately, air signs are the smartest intellectually, but they are the most misunderstood verbally. So, there's a lot going on, and let me know how it all works out for you. I hope you have a beautiful October. And keep in mind, you've got a lot of positive things happening with your travel plans. Also, with that 8th house of sex being stimulated for such a long time, till December 7th, you've got a lot of action in that area, Aquarius. So, oh, and I want to say this. Mars also could help you get in shape and work out and sweat and expend energy. And in your 8th house, I don't even think you'll need a gym membership this month. I think that your sexual activities will cover that for you because it's very heated in that sector. Anyway, I'll end on that note. I hope you had a great reading, and my name is Audrey Allison. You can find me at audreyallison.com or on my Facebook business page, Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. And I look forward to reading for you next month. Bye, Aquarius. Have a sweet day.